Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to the One Bitcoin Show. Today is July the 16th. Of 2018. Strong hand, deferral of gratification, unconfiscatable, offended by selling. Okay, check out the links below. Everything I talk about on the show is linked to below. I haven't properly labeled everything yet. We had some technical difficulties before the show started. If you're watching this live, if you're not watching this live, I'll fix it all up. Check out disruptmeister.com. Check out my show yesterday. And the day before, the Saturday show, the Friday, This Week in Bitcoin. It's all blast. Get t-shirts, Trezor, Ledger Nano below. So let's talk about the future a little bit. Wednesday morning, I'm going to be on Andy Hoffman's show on the World Crypto Network. Oh, yeah, we're World Crypto Network, guys. Pound that freaking like button. But, yeah, that'll be at 9 a.m. Mountain Time, which I guess is 11 a.m. in New York and Baltimore. And Andy and I guess we're talking just crypto stuff. Now, afterwards, speaking of Andy Hoffman, apparently on Wednesday morning, and again, it's Monday right now, but on Wednesday morning, I think Thomas is going to interview Andy about Brhodium on the World Crypto Network. And I know a lot of you are talking about Andy talking about Brhodium. I obviously have talked about Brhodium. It's a crypto dividend of Bitcoin. And I want all the crypto dividends to do well. Be gold, be private. Whatever ones we get for free and we can get safely, hey, if it's free, I want it to do well. I never tell any of you guys to buy this stuff. Of course, you only buy Bitcoin. Use the crypto dividends to get you more Bitcoin, baby. But anyway, so Andy will be talking about that. But speaking of Brhodium, let's take a few steps back to 2 years ago, I believe it was, of a guy who watches this show in the Bay Area, in the San Francisco Bay Area. He doesn't live in San Francisco. I think he lives north of the East Bay, actually. I'm not exactly sure. Might be. Anyway, it doesn't matter where he lives. And some of you might even remember this if you're long-term watchers. He told me about, hey, Adam, create an Unobtanium address. Now, Unobtanium is just some random cryptocurrency out there. He wanted me to create an address from Unobtanium. The thing about Unobtanium that he was, this guy was telling me about, and then I still talk to this dude, by the way. He's a good guy. And he became a really big Bitcoin guy. He got rid of his Unobtanium eventually. But as you can tell by the name, it kind of implies that it's hard to obtain. There's not that much of it. And yeah, their whole thing is there's only going to be 250,000 of them ever, of these Unobtaniums. And I believe, are there 198,000 of them out there right now? I cannot see where I wrote all this down. Anyway, its whole big spiel is that there's not much of it. It's scarce. It's a scarcity thing. And now it's the number 234 crypto out there on CoinMarketCap.com, on the CoinMarketCap list. It's worth $143. That's 2% of a Bitcoin. It's worth and it has the thing about this coin that's weird is that it has gone up in value in dollars. Who cares about that? But in Bitcoin too, and we value our wealth in Bitcoin. As I said, but it's only listed. It's really only listed on Cryptopia, which is the number 81 exchange in the world by volume. And it is only the number 69 trading pair on the number 81 exchange in the world. So why am I talking about this anyway? Anyway, I linked to all of the Unobtanium stuff below. They only have 3,520 followers on Twitter. You don't really hear much. It's merge mined with Bitcoin. Now that can make a difference there. So I know this is something. If you are, one thing I get from this is get yourself on a freaking exchange, okay? Have a gimmick, obviously, and have some passionate fans. Now, I don't know how many passionate fans they even have anymore, but the price keeps going up in terms of Bitcoin. and it's just on Cryptopia. And I mean, like the volume a day, the trading volume a day in the whole world is like 3 Bitcoin worth of this unobtainium is traded every day. So yeah, scarcity, yeah, that describes it. It's scarce in a lot of ways. But at the same time, somebody out there values this scarcity aspect. Now, maybe the merge mining thing makes a difference too. So why am I bringing this all up? Can you figure out why I'm bringing all this up? Okay, I'm not going to make price predictions about Brhodium or whatever. Okay, I don't do that. I want it to be worth $1 million freaking dollars, for God's sake, so because I'm getting it for free, and so are you guys if you signed up for it. But I mean, play around with the unobtainium numbers. It's a scarcity thing too. Figure out what does the marketing, how much does marketing mean? But again, for the Brhodium people, for the B private people, for anyone out there that's coming out with a crypto dividend, you got to get listed on at least a Cryptopia here, for God's sakes. Or else you got an issue. You got a big issue. So that's enough about that. That flashback from the past. Yes, Adam is actually talking about something called unobtainium. I don't know if you should even pound that like button for that, but you understand why I brought it up. So, okay, what else do we have here? So, I mean, yeah, scarcity means something to somebody out there. And you know, the people that talk about coins as collector's items, that's what I've heard about unobtainium too. It's a collector's item. Whatever, to each his own. If it works, if this thing works, it works. Okay? I'm throwing in my 2 cents. I don't know what Andy will be, what Thomas is going to ask Andy about it, about Brhodium and everything. But I just talked a little bit about the scarcity aspect of a coin. And that coin has been around for a while. It's lasted. Although they all survive, but it's gone up in value in terms of Bitcoin, which is 2% of a Bitcoin. That's not bad. If you have 100 of them, right? You know, you get 2. Then you get 2 Bitcoin. That's pretty cool. Because it's all about getting your first Bitcoin. Okay, so Jason in South Africa, my buddy in Pretoria. What a great dude. I enjoyed hanging out with him when I was in South Africa. Well, he says he is loving the Lightning Network talk. He's been working on an app. If you want to play around, I also made a web wallet for experimenting on the testnet quickly without any setup. I linked to it below. It is paybolts.com/testnet/wallet. paybolts.com/testnet/wallet. Jason is Pretoria, South Africa. You are in motion. Pound that freaking like button. Dude, I love this Lightning Network from freaking South Africa to the Bay, the SF Bay, to freaking Edmonton, where it's usually freezing, but it's been warm. Thank God I came here during the summer. I'm not coming here during the winter. Pound that like button. All right. So, but be in motion. Everybody's in motion. And I love you dudes who are in motion, getting the Bitcoin word out there, getting the Lightning Network word out there. Speaking of Bitcoin and trading, don't trade, but I noticed that the 24-hour trading volume is going up lately. So, I mean, whatever. Maybe the hype machine is starting again. Maybe the 80%ers are flipping again. Maybe institutional money's coming in. We'll talk about BlackRock in a second. I linked to the CoinMarketCap Bitcoin chart below. Everything I talked about has been linked to below already. So what is this? Whale Panda has this is good. Venture capital tweet here from Whale Panda. Venture capitalists feel disrespected, where in other industries, they were in total control since they were needed. That created a lot of big egos. In Bitcoin, that's different. A lot of Bitcoiners already made a lot of money, believe in its value, and will reinvest in Bitcoin startups. All right. Bitcoin doesn't need VC people, basically. Now, there's some centralized coins do need VC people. So if you do look at some of these Silicon Valley venture capital people who tweet about Bitcoin, yeah, they seem to have a little bit of an attitude sometimes, and this could be part of the reason, because they can't take control of this thing. Anyone can get into Bitcoin. Remember, with Facebook, you couldn't buy before because you weren't an accredited investor, you weren't a venture capitalist. But Bitcoin, is the Facebook IPO or pre-IPO for the regular man. And I can see why venture capitalists, control freaks, some of them like to have power, and so they don't because this is where the true big boys play. There is no government making rules here. Anyone can get into it. So Whale Panther has a whole series of tweets, actually, not just the one that I shared, that really go into this. And so you should check it out. Bitcoin versus the venture capitalists. That was part of my title, wasn't it? But seriously, there doesn't have to be. There's not really a war between them because I don't care. Hey, any venture capital dude can come in here and get as much Bitcoin as I have, whatever they want to. There's nothing stopping them. But I can see how some of them, and there's like certain dudes in the San Francisco Bay Area, I won't mention any of their names, who used to make big predictions about Bitcoin. And you can see maybe how he even, he's got that venture capitalist attitude toward him a little bit, where, whatever, I'm not going to make judgment on the dude. Not let him go his own way. I'm going my own way. I'm going to be in motion. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to keep on getting you people pumped about this darn Bitcoin, baby, and the Lightning Network and everything that goes with it. And we got a bright future ahead. We're not going to worry about who feels like they're left out or who is bitter that they can't control. Don't be bitter. Just have no regrets, people. No regrets. Okay, BlackRock Investments. There's been a lot of different news about BlackRock's investment management company today. This is the thing. So at first they said there's a rumor that they're looking into cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, that's pretty cool. But then the guy said, no, we have none of our clients are interested in that, which said, okay. Here's the bottom line, people. They'll get into it eventually. Don't worry. Maybe they're bluffed. Maybe the first news that leaked out, which was they were interested in it, they didn't want that to get out. They buy things that are undervalued, okay? So they don't want to be pumping the price and then buy it. They probably want to degrade the price and then buy it. So maybe that wasn't going to slip out. But anyway, in the long run, they or someone like them is going to buy it. So that's why you have a strong hand. Because one of these, if BlackRock says, it stinks, then their competitor will buy it, okay? But I kind of flash back here to the whole housing crash the United States had back in 2008. And eventually, I guess around 2010 it was, BlackRock started buying a bunch of real estate, undervalued real estate, real estate that had been foreclosed upon, okay? And I linked to an article from 2012, from September the 10th, 2012. Oh, conspiracy, it's the day before. Okay, anyway, for all you freaks out there. So it's September 10th, oh my God, it's the day before. Blame the Jews. Okay, so, because that's what they do. Anyway, so that's a joke, obviously, I'm Jewish. Everyone new to this thing. The investors snapped up land on the cheap in bankruptcy procedures from cash-strapped home developers and banks that seized the properties after foreclosing on them when builders ran out of money. Now they are reselling the land, often for returns of more than 20% of their initial investments, in the latest sign of a modest recovery in the U.S. housing market. All right, now note, so back then, BlackRock still hasn't sold all of their real estate, but around that time that this article came out, BlackRock is so evil. They bought up cheap real estate. Oh, they're pumping real estate now. And indeed, BlackRock buying all those rental properties or whatever the heck they bought in Florida and wherever they bought them, they made quite a profit. They're still making quite a profit off of that real estate. But again, you have all these bitter trolls saying the bitter trolls could have bought the real estate for cheap too. Why I bring this all up is because eventually someone like BlackRock is going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin for cheap. And then one day people go, oh, they control the world, conspiracy. BlackRock or their competitor, they bought it all up and I'm a no-coiner and I didn't buy it. Again, it's complaints. Right now, here, as I speak, on this day, July 16, 2018, we're very early on in this. Some of you are watching this in the year 2024. You're laughing your butt off at how cheap Bitcoin was. And you're also laughing because you're remembering how in 2022 and 2023, all those no-coiners were saying just what I said. They were bitter because in the present of 2018, they didn't buy it when all these big, supposedly conspiratorial, rich BlackRock organizations were buying it. There's no excuse, people, Don't blame elite on why you didn't buy Bitcoin today. There's no excuse. Take personal responsibility. It's a new counterculture. So yeah, have a strong hand, people. BlackRock, whoever, I don't care what the mega corporation, they're going to buy Bitcoin eventually. And it's going to help you as a freaking holder. Don't be one of those people looking in from the outside, making up lame excuses about why they're a no-coiner. All right. So that's my thoughts on BlackRock. They can say what they want to. Someone like them is going to come along. What else, dude? Yesterday, I forgot, when I was talking about the Monero web wallet, once Monero is on Trezor, don't keep your darn Monero on that My Monero web wallet anymore, okay? That's it at that point. No more playing games. Get it over to the Trezor at that point. I forgot to mention that. I'm not glorifying web wallets here. You can go back to yesterday's video if you want more on that. I was talking about Monero V, crypto dividends, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Oh, here's some news. And I didn't link to the darn tweet, did I? Okay, it doesn't matter. What is this? The exchange that used to be called BTC-E, or it sort of used to be called it. It's something -NZ now. They said control your own private. I said control your own private key. They say due to wallets maintenance, BTC, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bcash, Dash withdrawals won't be available until July 22nd. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. Okay, you see, people, there's an exchange. They're making up some crazy excuse why you can't get your, because it's not really your cryptocurrency off their exchange. It's probably gone. They probably stole it all, okay? You should have kept it on there anyway, especially since it kind of used to have been BTC-E anyway, which stole everyone's money. So again, another lesson to control your own private key. Sorry I didn't link to that below, and I completely forget the name of that lame exchange that ends with a .NZ. I guess it's in New Zealand. I don't even know. The point is, yeah, I should find that freaking tweet and just put it down there. Eventually I will. Check it out later. Hopefully I will. From Tour de Meester. He shared this by Tetris Capital. Okay, I linked to this below. You can read this. It's like a 40-page thing. I didn't read it. Ethereum bearish thesis, the flippening of market irrationality. Have fun, people. Read the 40-page thing if you want to. That's for that's for you hardcore dudes. Like, I don't, I'm not in the ripping Ethereum or whatever. I didn't read the thing, but FYI there for anyone that's interesting. Tor probably read the whole thing. He's a smart dude, man. Pound that like button for Tour de Meester. He's been on the show before, of course. He reminds us also that Tether, after Bitcoin, is the second most popular token traded on crypto exchanges. Currently responsible for $2.7 billion daily, nearly 20% of the global volume. Youch! So if Tether disappeared, that'd be a lot of money running into Bitcoin. It's something to think about. And again, why are you guys trading? Why are you playing in that nasty Tether mess over there, man? All right, Andreas Birkin. I forgot how to say his darn last name. I didn't write it out here. Anyway, he actually put a lot of Bitcoin on the Lightning Network. It's an experiment, and he wrote his first article about this experiment. Bitcoin Lightning Network #1. Can I compile and run a node? I linked to it below. It's a complex art. I mean, it's not hard to compile and run a node on the Lightning Network yet. These are early days, as Vortex would say. Pound that like button for Vortex. It was great hanging out with Vortex last week at the crypto rodeo in the Bitcoin rodeo, in Calgary. Looking forward to seeing Vortex. Who knows when, but I'll see him one of these days again. Anyway, the Andreas that birthed this video, some people suspect him of being like the Bcash dude or something. I know he was not against Bcash ever, and I don't know his whole darn story. I've tried to get him on the show before, and he's in a different time zone. Who knows? But read that article. There's been articles about him putting a bunch of Bitcoin on this Lightning Network for this experiment. How to get all that Bitcoin? Well, I don't know. Maybe he's been holding it. He's a long-term guy. I don't know. Or maybe King of the Trolls gave it to him. I have no idea. We'll see how the other articles turn out. It's something to follow. What else do we have here? Juan Rallo says, oh, this is good. Whenever an asset is another one's liability, then it is a financial asset. Otherwise, it is a real asset. Bitcoin is a real asset. Oh, I like that, dude. I like that, Juan Rallo. Is that really your name? Yeah, Juan Rallo. All right. Okay, what else do I have? Okay, one more thing here. Oh, yeah. CryptoCoinCon.com, Philadelphia, Bitcoin Meister 45 discount. Go to get the $45 ticket. It's listed below. I'll be there on August the 18th. Matt Odell has a tweet out there. Shaming, deriding holders isn't new. Saw this same narrative last bear market, except they used to call us hoarders back then. Dude, you can keep calling me a hoarder, baby. Strong freaking hand. Yes, we've seen it before. Haters got to hate the holders. In the long run, it's the holders that are smiling, baby. And trust me, always got a big smile on my face, as you guys know here. Okay, that's it. Pound that like button. Check out disruptmeister.com. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. What else do I say? Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the notes section below. I'll say hey to Vention and everybody over in the super chat right now. See ya.